Hi, this is Garrett from the Tutoring Center over in the Learning Commons. Today I want to cover a method for reading time signatures. So you get a new piece of music and you open it up, and at the top you see a big 4/4. Now what does this mean? This is the time signature, and how you're going to determine what everything means is you're going to look at the top number, and the top number gives you the number of beats per measure, and the bottom number gives you the rhythmic value of the beat. So for example, with 4/4, you're going to have 4 beats per measure, and the quarter note is going to be the rhythmic value of the beat. So for example, let me give you a measure of 4/4. So here's your time signature, and then an example measure might look like this. It would just be 4 quarter notes, but it could also look something like this. So we've got 2 eighth notes, a quarter note, maybe 2 more eighth notes, and let's put in another quarter note. So you'll notice that these 2 measures take up the same amount of time. So you've got 2 eighth notes, a quarter note, 2 eighth notes, and a quarter note over here, and you've got 4 quarter notes over here. So if I play the 2 measures, they'll sound something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So that's how you would read a measure of 4/4. So let's try another time signature. What if I give you 6/8? So if we're going to follow the method, you'll know that there are 6 beats per measure, and then in this instance the eighth note is going to get the beat. So that's looking like that. So a measure of 6/8 might look something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6 eighth notes here, right? And another measure might look like so now we've got a quarter note, an eighth note, a quarter note, and an eighth note, and you'll know that these add up to 6 eighth notes. So a measure of 6/8, or 2 measures of 6/8 that sound like this would sound like 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So 4/4 and 6/8 are going to be probably your most common time signatures that you're going to run into. But what if you run into something like kind of unconventional, like let's try 5/16. Well, you're still going to follow the same method that we went over earlier, right? So there are 5 beats per measure, and the 16th note is going to be the rhythmic value of the beat. So that looks like this, right? So it's actually not that tricky. It's just that there's going to be 5 16th notes in a measure, right? So let's draw 5 16th notes. And then maybe another measure would be something like an eighth note, another eighth note, and then a 16th note, right? So 2 measures of 5/16 that sound like, or that look like this would sound like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how you would read kind of an unconventional time signature. So hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to stop by the Tutoring Center for additional help. Thanks.